Did you know that in Honkai Star Rail, one of the databank entries quotes a pop star called Ast Rickley, who says that Eon will never make you cry, say goodbye, or tell a lie and hurt you. Yep, you've just been rickrolled. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Video Game Easter Eggs, the series where we take a look at the latest and not so latest Easter eggs found in video games. Oh, and where are my manners? Allow me to introduce you to the beastly Predator Helios 16 laptop, which has kindly been provided by this video's sponsor, Acer Predator and Xbox Game Pass. Now, when I call this thing beastly, I really mean beastly. The Predator Helios 16, at its highest spec, comes equipped with an RTX 4080 GPU and a 13th gen Intel Core i9 processor, meaning that it can handle anything that you throw at it. That means you can set the graphics settings to high, turn ray tracing on, and sit back and enjoy the ride on a stunning looking 240Hz display. Now, all that sounds great, but what's the use of having an all-powerful laptop if you have nothing to play on it? Well, that's where the excellent Xbox Game Pass comes into play. With its massive library of brilliant games, Game Pass is the perfect companion to your shiny new laptop. To check out the Helios 16 for yourself, click the link in the description. Not only does it support the channel massively, but it also means you get to check out the power of the Predator Helios 16 for yourself. Also, if you're based in the UK, I'll leave a link for a giveaway down in the description too, where you can win a Predator gaming setup worth over £2,000. A big thank you to Acer Predator and Xbox Game Pass for sponsoring today's video. And without further delay, let's get started. So, a few episodes back, we discovered a secret cave in Fortnite that was home to a group of coral buddies. Introduced in Season 7 of Chapter 2, not much is known about these small creatures, apart from that they seem to show up at the most random places. And for proof of this, look no further than today's first Easter egg. If you land on the giant statue at Mount Olympus, you can find a couple of coral buddies chilling out at the end of a spear. Quite how these little guys got up here, I don't know. So in today's almost all digital age, when a game releases, it's usually released on the same day all over the world, and is pretty much the same game, bar a few language options. Well, back when the original God of War released in 2005, that wasn't always the case. You see, in Kratos' maiden adventure, you could destroy the two statues in the throne room. Now, this does take some time, but when you take both of them down, a phone number is revealed. Well, in the US version anyway. You see, in the European version, the phone number was replaced with a fully voiced cutscene featuring the game's director, David Jaffe, who pushes Kratos to breaking point.
By the gods, you've done it! Somehow you found your way here, to me. I offer you my congratulations and my respect. Together, we shall conquer the perils that lay before us, and we shall always...
Kratos, dude, they did it! They found our Easter egg!
Who are you?
It's me, David Jaffe. I directed the game.
What game?
Your game, God of War?
Go away or...
Dude, don't you get it? These guys, they spent all that time breaking those statues. I mean, they must have taken, like, forever. And then they figured out the whole secret code thing.
I do not know what you are talking about.
We hid this secret pretty damn deep, huh, Kratos?
If I kill you, I will get health orbs.
But wait. If you got the secret from the net or a magazine, then actually you kind of suck. I mean, work for it a bit, right, Kratos? Actually, can I call you Krat?
No. Go away or
Man, don't you hate it when they get the codes off the net? It's so lazy. Hey, say, Krat, what are you so pale for?
I am serious.
You know, up close, you actually look kind of pasty, if you don't mind me saying. It's kind of gross.
All right, that's it!
Oh, jeez, Krat, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come and hurt us! We gotta make the sequel!
He was worse than a screeching harpy. As I was saying, you have found the secret. You have done well. Congratulations, mortal. We will meet again.
Now, of course, the phone number found in the US version of God of War no longer works, so personally I think that Europe got the better end of the deal here. So we originally covered Sniper Elite 5 all the way back in episode 73 of this series, where we found a cool reference to Die Hard. After that, I didn't play the game again. Now, that's not because I didn't enjoy it was just that there were other games that required my attention at the time. But now, nearly 2.5 years later, let's see what else the stealthy sniper mup has to offer. Now, if I asked you to describe a painting from the wall of a game that you recently played, I'm guessing that a lot of you wouldn't be able to. That's not a bad thing. After all, most of the time, they're not what you're supposed to be paying attention to. Though you might want to pay attention to the paintings in Sniper Elite 5. Take this painting for example, which shows a heavenly looking duo sitting on top of clouds. However, if we take a closer look, we can see that one of the people in the painting is throwing up the Vulcan salute, made famous by Spock in Star Trek. The other painting of interest is this one. This gruff looking man is actually the co-founder and CEO of Rebellion, the same people that make Sniper Elite 5. Right, it's now time for our Overused Video Game Easter Egg of the Week, the segment where we take a look at one Easter egg that has been referenced to death in video games. Today's Easter egg can actually be found in Sniper Elite 5. During the Rough Landing DLC mission, you can find a wooden plank with the initials ELB carved into it, which is a reference to this scene from Back to the Future Part 3.
My initials! Just like in Journey to the Center of the Earth!
Be sure to join me next time for another Overused Video Game Easter Egg of the Week. So, I've spoken before about how recording every Easter egg and detail myself can be challenging, especially if I don't enjoy the game. And on a completely unrelated note, let's take a look at the rest of the Mr. Hopps Playhouse 3 Easter eggs I have on my hard drive. First up, in Stage 4A, if you use Esther's powers to blast this painting and this painting, a door in one of the rooms will open, revealing a warp pipe from the Super Mario games. Next up, in Stage 2D, if you head to this room and push the wall behind the wooden beam, a secret room will be revealed, which is a reference to the old school Wolfenstein games. Moving on to Stage 2A now, where you'll need to push this barrel to the end of the hallway, into a room and onto a pressure plate, all the while dodging a guardian who has no respect for our Easter egg hunting shenanigans. After pushing the barrel onto the pressure plate, head back to the big room with the green acid and find a delicious looking secret room. The final Mr. Hopps Easter egg can be found in Stage 5A. If you head to the room with this funky looking wallpaper, you can push the bookcase to reveal this. So this is of course a reference to The Matrix. And with that, I never have to play Mr. Hopps free again. So I'm going to be honest, I kind of forgot I had the next group of Easter eggs recorded, which happens way more than you might expect. Now, we have covered Junkworld a bunch on this channel before, with perhaps the game's most recognisable Easter egg being this Dragon Ball Z reference we found in episode 119. Unfortunately, none of today's Junkworld Easter eggs are anywhere near as cool, but I still like them. First up, on level 7, you can find this. So this is Courage the Cowardly Dog, from the Cartoon Network show of the same name. Next up, on level 31, you can find this. Now, whilst I'm not 100% sure, this is probably a reference to the DC character Swamp Thing. Finally, on level 31, you can find this. Again, whilst not 100% sure, I'm getting strong Pitfall vibes from this one. Pitfall being the retro Atari game that you could actually play inside of Black Ops 2. Now, in the last episode of this series, we were left baffled by the overly specific steps required to find a giant literal Easter egg in the Futurama game. That discovery led me down a Futurama game rabbit hole, in a desperate attempt to see what else the game had to offer. And whilst the Easter egg I found wasn't as specific as the giant Easter egg, it's not far off. At the beginning of the Red Light District level, you can find a dumpster, which is important for our Easter egg hunting needs. You see, what you need to do here is open the left lid 6 times, the right lid 2 times, the left lid another 6 times, the right lid 6 times, and then finally the left lid 16 times. You know you've done it right when you hear this sound. Later on in the level, a door labelled Mark will open, revealing a secret room. So the heads in these jars are the Futurama-styled heads of the game's development team. Some of the jars even feature little quotes from that particular developer, which is really cool. Now, whilst this isn't quite on the level of the giant Easter egg we found in the last episode, whoever spent all that time fiddling around with bin lids to originally find this Easter egg deserves a medal. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, and if you are a fan of Easter eggs and secrets in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. As always, a big thank you for watching my videos, and I will speak to you all soon.